I would like to start by saying that predicting the future is hard. Predicting the world is hard. In 1900, an illustrator was asked to predict what life would be like in the year 2000, and he came up with these 3 postcards. The first one is that the steamships will also have railroad wheels on them because the steamships were big and the railroads were big, so of course in 100 years you will combine the two of them and drive right off of the ocean onto the land. On this note, I would like to share a quick clip with you guys.
So this exercise in predicting the future is rife with embarrassing moments. How about this one? Man will not fly for 50 years. Who said that? Wilbur Wright to his brother, Orville, in 1901, 2 years before they both flew. You think if the two guys who invented airplanes can't get it right, what hope do the rest of us have? This is a trend that will continue up until 1957. The trend is there is some advance and people constrain that advance.
So you get the point, right? During 2010, most people suspected that labor jobs will be automated very soon and the so-called creative and high-tech jobs will not be automated. But it turns out that their fear was not quite accurate. Allow me to explain.
You understand or not?
The job of a person who laid down bricks turned out to be more difficult to replace as compared to that of a graphic designer. Today, no-code tool surpasses our previously thought expectations. A FANG employee was found to be juggling 4 jobs simultaneously. That person puts a digital avatar in his Zoom meets and barely attends them. After the meets, by using AI in his workflow, he just reads the summary, which saves him hours every single day. It turns out that he is not alone. New reports have been coming out from media sources like Vice, which are exposing more such employees. But it is just a teaser of what can happen in next 2 to 4 years down the line.
Chapter 1: Recent Launches. Let us start with the Microsoft. The first one is Microsoft Designer. It allows you to create unique posters and templates for your advertisements, which can be later customized with custom graphics and images just by typing in a few words without the need of any external designer. As you tell the designer what you like, it will tailor it for you. And now the user is no longer required to search through thousands of pre-made images and templates.
Today, 70% of new enterprise applications are using low-code or no-code, and Microsoft's aim is to bring low-code to no-code. They are using the same principles and applications that are behind the GitHub's Copilot. With expert design, just a hand-drawn sketch could be converted into a well-working application, and logic can be added to the application just by giving commands in natural language such that the code will write itself. Power Automate allows you to automate any workflow. You just need to set up the correct connections in the workflow. AI builders and Power Platforms allow you to use AI models that are designed to optimize your business models and to get insight from your data. Pre-built models like sentimental analysis and invoice processing could be directly added to your application, or you can add your custom models. Power Platforms also include AI enhancement, where there is a functionality of feedback loop to constantly retrain your AI model to improve accuracy and performance.
AI-powered features like translation, summarization, auto-assembly, and annotation will now be integrated into the Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Office 365. Any file could be interpreted within seconds, irrespective of its high volume of content. And collaborative apps like these will change the way the people work and even the way the softwares are built. And the meetings will no longer include these boring tile look, but will now be like metaverse, where each individual will have their mesh avatars and so on. You get the point, right? Unless you were living under a rock, you must be aware of GPT-3 or 3.5 like a language model. But unlike those, GPT-4 is not just a language model, but it can also interpret images, text, or even documents like a pro. Just like today we can't imagine our interactions with computers without touch, mouse or keyboard, moving forward we won't be able to imagine our interactions with computer without natural language prompts, because those will make our interactions with computers as intuitive as those with other humans.
Copilot is built on Microsoft's comprehensive study on privacy, security, compliance, and responsible AI. Using Copilot with the help of your own words, you can put Copilot to work to unleash creativity, unlock productivity, and up-level your skills. With the help of Copilot, you can be more analytical in Excel. More creative in Word. More productive in Outlook. And even more collaborative in Teams. Let me tell you an amazing fact. An average person uses 10% of what PowerPoint can do. Copilot unlocks the other 90%.
In Tesla AI Day 2021, Elon said that I think we are arguably the leaders of the real world AI. And people often think that Tesla is just an electric car company, where in reality Tesla is more of an artificial intelligence company. And in AI Day 2022, Tesla even revealed their first prototype of humanoid robot which can intelligently interact and navigate in the real world. In Tesla's live video feed from its 8 cameras is processed and stitched together to form a virtual 3D world based on which it calculates its decisions for the real world. How exactly, you may ask? Each video feed is made of images, each of which is nothing but a grid of 1280 pixels by 960 pixels, and that video input is first passed through blocks of a special type of ResNets called RegNets. These neural networks extract features from the video input with minimal latency. This video is not a lecture, but in short, here's the complete architecture that they follow. If you really want to understand, go watch the Tesla AI Day 2021, or our future video related to the computer vision might cover it. Feel free to check it out from the given link in the description. The capabilities of AI were not just limited to all that. Take a look at this.
Brother! Father! You! Yes, it was me. He challenged me to rock, paper, crossblades. And for the wager? Our lives!
The crossed blades? Father lost his life with the crossed blades?
The foolish old man had no idea of my power. And neither do you, brother.
He will only throw stone. It's how he defeated you, and it's how he plans to defeat me. And now that I know his secret, ending this will be trivial. Let's finish this. One, two, three! Shout!
Using a stable diffusion tool, the Corridor crew made this awesome anime. People usually have this argument that humans will be more creative than AI. If that's true, then imagine a new color that you haven't seen already. Or think of a new smell that you have never smelled before. It turns out that this thought experiment clearly presents the limitation that none of our thoughts is completely original. We're not that creative in terms of originality. We can only combine different stuff that we are exposed to come up with the new ones. And AI can do just that, but even better.
And this became a series called Neural Zoo. But when you look closely, what do you see? There's no single creature in these images. And AI augments my creative process by allowing me to distill and recombine textures. And that's something that would otherwise take me months to draw by hand, plus an actual verbal drawing. So you could say, in a way, what I'm doing is a contemporary version of something that humans have already been doing for a long time, even before cameras existed. Model to generate scientific-like names and anatomical descriptions. And eventually, we even found a network architecture that could handle 3D meshes, so they ended up looking like this. And for us, this became a way of creating kind of a speculative study. Thank you. A speculative study of creatures that never existed, kind of like a speculative biology.
After this video, we also recommend you to watch Sal Khan's recent TED Talk and the new Bing launch event just to check out on the applications of AI in the field of education and the internet browsing. The links will be given in the description.
From self-driving cars to facial recognition, AI is everywhere. And don't forget about those recommendation systems that always know what you want to watch next and what you want to buy next. It's like having a genie that knows your every single wish. Artificial intelligence is a fascinating field that mimics human intelligence with the help of artificial neural networks. But how do people build these networks from scratch? What is the history of these networks? Well, this is the topic of our next video, so make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay tuned. Look, these are the artificial neural networks.
These are the fundamental building blocks of AI. These are nothing but layers of mathematical formulas applied to a set of input numbers to output desired numbers. Every image, video, and audio could be converted into numbers to feed them into these neural networks. These networks then tweak all the coefficients in its formulas, or in other words, train themselves to remember patterns, which helps them to predict almost anything. Interestingly, that resembles the way our human brain learns. It's just that these neural networks require much more data to learn patterns from it than a human brain does. Imagine neural networks as bricks. Just as we build homes out of bricks, we build different architectures using simple neural networks. People have built many different types of architectures using these artificial neural networks. Let's discuss some of the most significant of them.
Mainly this could be classified as convolutional models, sequential models, and generative models.
The first one, convolutional neural networks. Convolutional neural networks are built specifically for processing grid-like data, such as images and videos. Videos are nothing but just a set of images one after the other. CNNs have revolutionized the field of computer vision, and they have been very successful at tasks like image segmentation or classification and object detection. Some of the most popular CNN architectures are LeNet, VGGNet, ResNet, and YOLO. Sequential models. These neural networks are equipped with the ability to retain memory and capture temporal dependencies, making them suitable for tasks involving sequences, such as natural language processing, speech recognition, and time series analysis. For these types of problems, researchers had made different architectures: recurrent neural networks, LSTM, GRU, or transformers. Generative models. They focus on generating new, synthetic data that resembles a given dataset. These networks aim to learn the underlying distribution of the training data and generate new samples that possesses similar characteristics.
Gen 2. Now you can generate a video with nothing but words. No driving video, no input image. Gen 2 represents yet another major research milestone and another monumental step forward for generative AI. With Gen 2, anyone, anywhere can suddenly realize entire worlds, animations, stories, anything you can imagine. Gen 2.
Most commonly used generative models are generative adversarial networks called GANs and autoencoders.
GPT, 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 the job stealer and maybe the showstopper now. All this hoax and chaos comes under the domain of NLP, a mixture of sequential and generative models, which is a hybrid neural network architecture. This is the architecture of GPT-1. Now models like GPT are made only and only to predict which word would come next by assigning probabilities to different words in the dictionary, and the word with the highest probability appears.